we're all sitting in a living room, and they had to carry her in. You know, we didn't know the whole story behind it, but here she comes. Here comes her husband too, Tom. Not Tom. Tom. No, that's all right, Tom. No, Tom has an amazing testimony too.
Thank you, Alex. Well, as of December 2009, I was sent home to make my burial plans. I'm a cancer survivor, 4 times, people. I was in so much pain from the last, I have a breast cancer, I've had lymphoma, non-Hodgkin's lymphoma 3 times. With all the chemotherapy that they gave me with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, caused me to have AML, which is acute myeloid leukemia. And I first tasted the water the last part of February 2010. And as soon as Alex handed me a glass of water, I just felt it radiate through my body.
Amen.
It's amazing what this water can do. I was hunched over. I was in a walker and a cane. And I was in so much pain that as soon as that water touched my lips, I just straightened up and I had no more pain. And I told my husband, I said, there's no more pain. He says, no. I said, yeah, wait. And he said, no, wait. I said, yes, wait. No more pain. It's a joke now because there's no more pain. There's no more pain. I was drinking the water, 2 gallons of water a day when we first got the pitcher in the shower. And the shower, nobody talks about the shower too much except Mr. V. But the shower is very amazing as well too, because it just, you can imagine how many toxins and medicines and how many medications am I allergic to? 23, 24 medications that I was allergic to. The last time I was in the hospital, all they could give me was baby Tylenol liquid. Of course, they didn't know yet about the outcome of the leukemia. But as of June 21st, 2010, I'm in remission with 3 months of taking the water. And Diana says we're over hyper, but that's our nature because of the water just radiates from our from our brain to the tip of our toes. And I had an incident also that I hit my toe on a chair, and as soon as I got done with that, I sat down in the shower. I put the shower water because Tom wasn't home, so and then when he got home, he gave me the pitcher too, to put the water in. I broke my toe, but the bruising went away within seconds. So I believe Mr. V when he says about that, his finger as well. But we just got back from vacation. I want to share one thing with you. Our future daughter-in-law, we were going on a trip, and she had a zit. You know, a zit is a pimple or whatever you want to call it. And she's Anglo, so her face is white, so this thing just stuck out red. And I said, here, spray the water. So I had my bottle with the power sticks, and I put that on there, and she says, Mama G. About an hour later, no, on the way, she said, it's gone. I said, well, didn't I tell you? It works. But Tom also has a testimony, and my feeling now is, or my slogan is, every day is a new day for us with the Dream Tree water in the shower. Amen. Right-hand side.
Well, my wife didn't mention that we've been married 51 years.
Yes.
And of course, with age, you tend to acquire a few illnesses and all that. So hers were more severe than mine. Of course, I've come down with diabetes and high blood pressure, gout, cholesterol problems and all that, but compared to her problems, mine were minor in range because I've seen what she's gone through. I mean, she's had one operation after another, from the back of her neck to her feet. And in 51 years of living with a person, you know, you tend to feel that pain that she's going through, as I did. But luckily, after, I don't know, times, I don't know how many times that we sat across each other in the dinner table, and she'd be in tears, crying of pain. And I witnessed all this, and I said, well, I'm not a doctor. I don't know what to do. I wish I could do something, but I'm just another person that would like to help but don't know how. And by that time, I was, well, as desperate as she was. And we had one phone call that I'll never will forget. It was a life-saving law phone call that I can say for us that occurred to us. And that was when my comadre, Mazuka, and Carmen, she happened to call. She was in Dream Tree and all that, and she happened to call and says, hey, we have this meeting at my home. I'd like you to come. It's a health product. I'd like you to try it. And right away I said, okay. Since nothing else works for us, or mainly my wife, let's go. I told my wife, let's go. And she says, no, I don't feel like it.
I wasn't going to go.
She wasn't going to go, and I kind of pulled her aside and says, look, nothing else helps. Maybe this will. Well, let's give it a try. What do we got to lose? We went to the meeting, and sure enough, I just sat there just listening, and little by little, we started realizing what they were talking about, and about the Dream Team water, what it does, and there was other people giving testimonies, and I said, okay, fine, let's try it. And my wife got some samples that, like we said, that Alex gave her, I think, for the first time, and she drank it, and I drank it, and I noticed her, just straighten up. I mean, she was in pain, like I said, sitting down in the chair. She straightened up, and she says, I want some more. I gave her another glass, and so sure enough, she says, well, I feel good. I feel good. I don't have pain. And I said, well, I couldn't believe it. I mean, I said, well, what's the only thing you've had is water, and it couldn't have been the medicine. Believe me, like St. Thomas, I'm an unbeliever until it's proven to me. And sure enough, before my eyes, this lady got up from her seat and walked up to the front and says, I
without my cane.
Yes, without her cane. Her cane was beside me, and I started to reach for it, and she just took off. So she went to the front of the room and gave her testimony, I believe. I wasn't clear.
Yes.
She gave her testimony, and everybody noticed that she mentioned she had an ashen color on her face, pale looking, weak.
I had the look of death.
Yes, well, I didn't want to.
I hate to say it, but
yeah, I didn't want to admit it, but maybe so, yes. So, lo and behold, she was better after that. I mean, we've been drinking the water now for
a
year and a half now. And like she mentioned, everywhere we go, we take our pitcher of water, or the shower, or the filters, and we of course share with our family and tell them about it. We give them the brochures and all that. Well, like I was in the beginning, they just turned out deaf ear. So okay, let them experience something that they'll be desperate to try the water for it, and maybe then they'll come around. But what I'm trying to say is that it's a blessing. Believe me, it's a blessing. She calls it a miracle water, and believe me,
it is.
It's a miracle.
It is.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Yeah, with this water, you gain family. I got that's my new mom. I got like 15 moms around the neighborhood. I'm always invited for some caldo, to go, hey, we got some caldo over here. It's because of the water. And just share the water, It's so amazing, a lot of people talking about the good book, the Bible and everything. I was doing some research, and water's mentioned, just as much as Jesus and God in the Bible. Just as God's first, and then Jesus, and then water, and then faith, and then love. Water's in there. Wake up. It's in there. It's somebody's trying to talk to you. And Also,
Right kind of water.
all right, somebody's giving me 3 minutes.
You're right.
Yeah, and the right kind of water.
That's right.
The right kind of water. So true. Not just any water. We got toilet water. We got soda water. We got, all kinds of waters. San Antonio water filled with chlorine, chemicals. I was doing some, looking for some research, and I found out, Alamo Heights has their own municipal system compared to the rest of San Antonio. And I said, okay, let me check that out. Well, I found out Alamo Heights only has 4 contaminants in their water. And the rest of San Antonio has over 40 contaminants in the water. So I feel like, am I a peasant? Because I don't live in Alamo Heights. That's where the doctors and lawyers and everybody live, where I'm living in like a peasant and I didn't even know. Now, but because all of us are here is because somebody cared. Somebody told us something about this because somebody cared for you to be here. This is relationship, what Mr. V was saying. It's relationship building, telling people about the water. If you don't tell anybody, you should be put in jail. You should be locked up. This it's like a crime not sharing this water. I mean, you need to do that. When I first started drinking this water, I think there was only 3 of us in San Antonio with Dream Tree. Was that right, Art? Only 3 or 4? 3 people. And when they showed me the water and they showed me the business part, I really didn't care about the business part too much because I was in real estate. I was doing some investments. I was doing good in real estate. I just give me the water. I don't want to know about the business. And I told Art, well, if it can make me $400 a month, I'll look into it. I'll do it because I was working on a rental home that's going to give me $400 a month, so on profit. So, and I told him, well, this is what you got to do. You got to make a list of all the people you know. So, okay, I'll do that. I'll do whatever. Just make me $400 a month. I'll do whatever you say. So I made a list of 75 people, and I started making some phone calls. And first person I called, hey, you got to try this. You got to try this amazing water, and it's a good business opportunity. And it's a startup company, and they shut me up off real quick, just like they were saying you can't show this to anybody. They were like, I don't like you. I didn't like you now. I don't like you back then. I don't like you forever. And I was just like, but Mom, you got to try this water. You got to try it. I'll buy it for you. Whatever. Whatever. Well, now she's drinking the water now. I mean, it's been, I would have gave the world to dance with my mom again on the dance floor. We went to a wedding. My cousin's wedding. And she's never been on the dance floor. She's always had arthritis, heart and swelling and everything. After she started drinking the water, to dance with her all night, that night with my mom. I would have gave my house, my rental homes, I would have gave everything just to dance one song with her, and to dance all night with that. And it was a blessing. It was like, wow, that's awesome. And she was so happy, so excited. My dad's he also has dreams. When you drink this water, you start thinking of business opportunities. You start thinking, I'm going to open up my boutique. I'm going to open up my dad opened up a basketball business. He has his own basketball court, his own, tournaments. He's flying to Florida. He just came back from Florida. Before, he would just sit at home and watch TV on that classic channel. I would walk in and they're in the dark. Now they're out and about. They're enjoying life. Just like Grace, I called Grace a couple of months ago. Hey, Grace, could you come do a testimony? I'm going to have a meeting. Hey, mijo, I'm over here in Boston. Sorry. I was like, wow. Hearing that, they're traveling. I called another guy, Velma's brother. Hey, can you come do a testimony? Come over here and do a testimony. Velma here? I saw her running around.
She was.
She was? Okay. I said, her brother, can you come do a testimony? It's one of the first testimonies we put on Dream Tree on the YouTube channel. And hey, I'm in the Fiji Islands. I mean, this is changing people's lives. People are living their dreams. Oh, I see a guy just walked in, Sergio. Also, well, I'll get you next time. We're going to talk a little bit. There's also a lot of skeptics out there, and that reminds me. Back. You spill your guts. You could say all kinds of stuff to people to, try to convince them to drink this water, and sometimes they don't want to listen to you. Just like my mom, she didn't give me a chance, and my mother-in-law, Carmen Mazuka, she said, you know what, I'm just going to get the water because you're my son-in-law. I got the reverse osmosis, I got the water softener, I just spent $6,000 and I'm not gonna get it, you know, but you know what? Since you're my son-in-law, I'll get it. And it's changed her life. Now she has all of Uvalde drinking this water, all of the Hennies, all those little towns drinking this water. You know, I mean, she's sharing the water with so many people. You know, and top it off, you know, the U.S. is like the unhealthiest country in the whole world. You know, and San Antonio is the unhealthiest city in the U.S. So we're in the eye of the storm right here. This is the eye. We're surrounded by hospitals, and if you pass by hospitals, they're building more wings to the hospitals. You see cranes. You see all this happening because they're waiting for this. They're waiting for this. If you look on the internet, they say half of this room right here, half of the people, 25% will die from cancer, and the other 25% will die for heart disease. You know, so that's half of this room will die from one of those. You know, but not one of you will die from homicide. You know, and that's what everybody's looking at. That's what everybody's paying attention to. I got to get an alarm system. I got to get this bars on the windows, and everybody's living in fear of that. But the real killer is the pharmaceutical. Oh, am I allowed to say that? Right. Can I say that? All right. All right. Yeah, whatever that is, whatever those buildings are building, they're giving. You know, and you know, we're changing the world. And I heard this from a friend of mine. He said, the only people that ever change the world are a small group of people. A small group of people can change the world. You know, and powerful women too. That you know, the women that don't just do what everybody else does, you know, they're the ones that, you know, just live like everybody else. But the powerful ones are the ones that change the world.
Amen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex. Have a nice afternoon. And Rebecca. You can't forget Rebecca, right? I'm telling you, it's amazing. It's contagious, you know. The excitement and enthusiasm is contagious. And that's why Super Saturdays are really so important. But I want to point one thing out here, right? This is interesting, because we've been talking about this little newspaper as a third party called the Health News, okay? There's nothing to do with us, that you can get independently. But I just want to read you something off the front page. All right, this is what it says. It says, alkaline antioxidant water can help you increase energy, sleep better, reduce pain, eliminate acid reflux, relieve colitis, normalize high blood pressure, overcome diabetes, lose weight, and much, much more. That's not us saying that. That's this newspaper. These newspapers are such a great tool for helping to build your business. So if we have some in the back, you can purchase some, start handing them out. It works. The testimonies are so exciting. I just like listening to them all. But now we have someone that I don't have to really introduce, because you all know, Art Flores, and he's going to tell us a little bit about the official training program and a little bit about MLM. So Art, let's have a nice hand for Art.
Thank you very much, Mr. B.
You're welcome.
Alex was mentioning different type of waters that we have, and he started out saying that we have alkaline water, bottled water, rainwater, toilet water. And did you know that the tequila is alkaline? You know it's not true. don't even think so. Anyways, Alex, he's getting incredible when he comes up here. It's so funny now. We're going to have to charge him when he comes up here. Anyways, one of the things that you already know is that we have an incredible product that constantly people will be drinking it, and they'll run out of it, so they have to drink it again and buy it again. If they're buying bottled water, if they have their own PCCS unit or rock system or the pitcher, they have to buy the filters for it. So always there's every time that you make one sale to begin a person into bringing in as a customer or a business partner, that person is a purchase all the time, continuously. So it builds an opportunity for a business, a tremendous business. Dream Tree is a business opportunity company. Since we do sell the best water in the world, a very healthy water. In fact, some of us have been around for a while. We know that it's a product that it's almost a miracle what it can do for our health and your body and for your well-being. And we see so many people get well from really bad, difficult health challenges that we're so bulletproof now in the water. Nobody can change their minds about it, or nor do we ever plan to ever stop drinking it. So this brings me to the PowerPoint presentation that I have for y'all today, and it has to do with the history of network marketing. If you're going to join a business and you don't know the history of it, and you don't know the business itself, nobody's born knowing a business or any business. In fact, in your birth certificate, it doesn't say there, Arthur Flores was born and he's already ready to be a carpenter. It doesn't say that. It just says Arthur Flores was born in the date and time of parents. And so consequently, in order to do a business, we have to educate ourselves. And so I thought it would be a good idea to y'all, those of you that want to do this as a business, and it's a remarkable business, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Edmund Chung, number one, being such a wonderful leader and a promoter of the product, a good, healthy product. We need to develop leaders in this company that will push forward Edmund Chung's vision for covering the whole world with alkaline water. And in order to do that, you have to educate yourself if you want to be a leader. We're going to ask a little bit later on, after I finish my presentation, those of you that want to be official Dream Tree instructors to raise your hand. There's an application that is available for you. You fill it out. It's going to request that you make a commitment as far as your silver crystal position, and the training is for free. Dream Tree does not charge for training, and this training that you're going to receive will help you no matter what business you're going to do. It will actually give you an insight to business, give you a reason for the business, and make you bulletproof when it comes to objections that people have. And one of them is, I'm sure you've heard of it, all that network marketing is just a money scheme, pyramid. We'll cover some of that in a little while. But you know what? It's a wonderful business, easy to get into for a small amount of money. And if a person that's running it on top, which is Edmund Chung, honest, hardworking person, a Christian man, then we have a good start. Now all we need is the leaders. So here we go. MLM started in the 50s. Mr. Shackley, it was actually a doctor. He decided to educate people in the health business, and he started a company known as Shackley, and Shackley itself was selling vitamins and minerals. And he also introduced very products that would help in the environment, like soaps and detergents and shampoos that would be chemical free. And that was, and he used the unknown at that time multi-level concept for starting the business. After that, we have Amway, started up in 1959, and they marketed their system using Mr. Shackley's network marketing system. They were very successful in what they did, extremely well-organized company, and to this day, of course, they're still in business. And if you notice up here, in 2010, it was a $9.2 billion business. Can you imagine? Started in the 50s. And of course, they had a tough time too, and I'll explain that in a minute. Mary Kay started her business in 1960, actually, 1963. She was working for some other company that did cosmetics, and she got bypassed by her company because she was a woman, and gave her position of running the business to a male partner of hers that was junior to him, and she had trained. So she decided, you know what, I could do this myself, and she started her own business, and she also used a form of multi-level marketing. When she brought people in, she would look for people, the best people she could find, and make them leaders. Leaders, people that had potential for selling. And if they brought in a friend to do the same thing they did, she would pay them a commission for doing that on the product that they sell. So she had a one-tier level, multi-level type concept. Do you want to change the slide? I didn't. In the 1970s, there's a lot of companies that came into the business, and this is where multi-level got its bad name. Because in the 1970s, they saw that Shackley, Amway, and Mary Kay were doing tremendous business. So there are a lot of wannabe Amway companies that started selling products by the inventory instead of by individually. If you